Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another IdleMMO video. It's been a little while since I've made one of these. Life gets in the way sometimes. The Yule Mastery event is here. So the Christmas event. So today we'll just go over a little rundown on how to do the event, things to look out for, things to not do, and sort of my plans for the event and what I'll be doing on my characters. So as you can see, you've got 4 different ways to train the skill. Start with pile of snow, which is then needed to make snowballs, which is then needed to make the next one, partake in a snowball fight. Pretty much most players are then going to ignore this final one, building a snowman, as its costs to make for the experience that you get back is very expensive. So there's really not going to be many people making these. If you look at the materials, 10 oak logs, 1 pile of snow, so you need the starting one. And then you need the battling materials from the Yule Mastery area. So pretty much, yeah, ignore this. Let's go straight into the battle zone for this, because this is quite important. So there's 2 different world bosses for this event. You've got Valoris and Glassivore. Valoris being the lower level one. But they both give you 10 Yule tokens or a chance at the Kringle Crown, which is one of the 2 event items. This is the 25% efficiency one, which I managed to buy on the first day on Monday, so I'm rocking this at the moment. There's currently 1 up in the market, so this gives 25% efficiency. So try and join as many of those 2 world bosses as you can. And then we've got 2 dungeons as well. Winter Wonderland and Snowbound Forest. Again, they give the same loot. One gives a little bit more XP, but obviously costs a bit more and requires a higher level. But again, you've got 10 Yule tokens and then a chance at getting the sack of gifts. I do need to get myself one of these, but I'm going to wait until the price drops a bit. Because my gold isn't doing too great at the moment. But this gives 20% experience. So the 25% efficiency one is better. For the most part, I need to do a few calculations just to test whether or not, because it was like this in one of the previous events. But if you use the 25% efficiency for Pile of Snow and Snowball, and then use 20% XP for the partake in a snowball fight, I think it will work out slightly more efficient than only using the 25% efficiency for all 3. That is, in fact, that's unless you're using the shrine bonus. So right now I'm running shrine bonus, so when you've got the shrine activated, it's more worth to keep the 25% efficiency event item on, because you can then make more with a higher base experience. I'll do another video at some point soon once I've got the 20% experience item, and I'll show you the maths behind it. I probably will end up making a few builder snowmans, but not many, because like I said, my gold situation is in dire needs at the moment. I really want to push as high rank as possible. So in the last, I think it was, what event was last? Was it Shadow? Yeah, the Shadow event, I managed to hit rank 1. Now obviously, I won't be able to hit rank 1 for sure this time, because the Yule Mastery event happened last year. So Ace Cool is rank 1 already, because he did the event last year, so he's way ahead of most people. He's level 85 already. So there's no chance we're going to hit rank 1. But with my overall goal being of level 100 in every skill, we're not worried too much about the leaderboard. We're more just worried about getting as much XP as possible from the 2 weeks of this event. In fact, I think it's slightly longer than 2 weeks. Yeah, we've got 2 weeks. Started on Monday, so we've got 2 weeks and 5 days, which is kind of nice. That brings me on to the campaign event. This is one of the main reasons why a lot of you will end up doing the event is for all of these rewards. Now, there's a couple of rewards at the bottom, which we'll look at in a minute, which are incredible. Mike added them for this event, and blimey. So the way that you get points for this campaign is you exchange the skilling items that you get from doing the skill itself, from doing Yule Mastery, but also those tokens that we talked about earlier, where you get 10 from the world bosses and from the dungeons. You can use those to gain points as well. So, the Yule gift is just 1 coal. When you open it, it just gives you 1 coal, so not that great. Full of dungeon potions, some tokens. There's a few nice skins as well for background and the one that your character skin. What else have we got? A few more potions there. 3 potions of the gods, that's kind of nice. Some upgrade stones. And then at the bottom, so these are the main 3 that you guys are going to want. The Wingsley is going to be the pet for this event. So a lot of people will want to get those. Now these 2 things are they're crazy. So we got 3 teleportation stones, which when you use these, it makes your next teleport free, which is kind of interesting. But then this Fortuneum, I think I have to search it to find it, is crazy. So they're untradeable, thank God. Thank God. But here we go. 50% to battle magic find and dungeon magic find. Now this seems crazy. Absolutely crazy. I mean, okay, it's only 3 of them, but if this is the sort of path that we're going down in the future, like if this potion becomes craftable or something, or Mike introduces other things similar, we might end up seeing some big changes to the amount of items coming into the game from dungeons. So that's something to look forward to. Now let's take a look at the battle zone here. Again, I'm going to show you guys how not worth it is. So there's 3 different. Oh, let's just find it just so I can show you. There's 3 different mob types for the Yule Mastery area. Now, Mike actually changed the way that Build a Snowman works. So originally, it was, I can't remember exactly what it was now, because he changed it on Monday. This was 1 oak log, 1 pile of snow, and then 1 of the other 4 items, the battle items. I think that's what it was. And Mike changed it. He basically said that it was the exact same last year, but there weren't many people playing back then. So because there's a lot more people playing now, he realized that he needed to up the numbers because otherwise these would be too easy to make. So he just 10 oak logs. I know, it seems fucking crazy. And then 4 buttons. And to make this is just crazy. So let me show you how not worth it is doing hunting and battling in the new zone. So this is the level 1 mob. And take a look at this number here. You have a 0% chance of loot. So the first mob, there's no loot. Okay, Mike changed that as well. On release, all of these mobs had loot at a 30% chance. It's now 0 on the first mob. So you cannot gain loot. Okay. The second mob then has a 15% chance of loot. And you've got obviously an equal chance to get all 4 of the items. And then the third mob is a 30% chance loot, again an even chance for all of the items. But the Yeti really fucking hurts, so you're going to end up using a lot of food on that. A lot of food. Now I've actually got a spreadsheet to show you guys as well. fair warning, this is going to be it's on a white background, so it's very, very bright. Okay, so here we go. Um, so I made just a little spreadsheet of how fast. Oh, sorry, this is the maximum speed that you could kill the enemies at. Obviously, like I said, it's not worth killing that first mob at all because it has a 0% chance of loot. So you would only kill the two higher ones. And remember, this spreadsheet doesn't include food costs either. So, I mean, if you want to take a quick look at where all the numbers are coming from, it's quite easy to understand. You get a maximum of 200 kills per hour, and that's based on a 10-second hunting time and an 8-second kill time. You've then got 66.6 kills per each enemy because there's 3 of them. And then if you include the average between the 2 enemies that you will kill, so 0.15 and 0.3 for the loot chance, that ends up at 0.225. And then if you times that with the amount of kills you get per hour, you end up with 15 loot per enemy per hour. That might sound complicated, but it all makes sense on the spreadsheet. If we just quickly find the numbers, the current numbers, we can then figure out how much gold per hour it is. So the last time I did this, it was 2.2k gold per hour, which for battling is absolutely shit, considering the first zone gives you at least 4.5k gold per hour as of right now. Sometimes that scales up to 5.5k, depending on price changes. But let's quickly input the new numbers. So if we just search these up, wow, they've actually gone up in price, so this is gonna inflate it a little bit. I think Zvako is buying out all of the buttons because, you know, he's rich in game, so so yeah, he's gonna be gaining a shit ton of XP this event, and they're gonna be about 50 as well. So there we go. So per hour, right now, without including food costs, so by the time you include food costs, this number is probably a negative value. It's 2.6k gold per hour. So it's not worth for anyone to do. Even if you're going for experience, it's not worth it. You're better off going to different zones. You can make far more gold per hour and have far less food costs. Like I said, the level 1 zone, you can make over 4.5k gold per hour. And your food costs, if you've got a little bit of levels and gear, your food costs are literally going to be 0. So just don't battle in this area. Zavako's probably going to hate me for this because there'll be even less materials on the market. It's not against him. I'm trying to make it efficient for everyone else. Just don't bother. Yeah. Anyway, so my plans for this event, obviously on my main, I'm going for as high level as possible, so I'll just be sat doing the Yule Mastery skill the entire time. And on my 2 alts, I've gone back to doing battling in different zones. Like I've just said, don't battle in the Yule Mastery area. It's really pointless, it's really bad. If you're going to carry on battling, go back to your zones that you were farming before. To start with, I was doing the Yule Mastery dungeons on both of my characters, both of my alts, but I've decided that I'm better off just going back to battling and making a steady income of gold rather than hoping to win the lottery from the dungeons. I do need to buy the event item still, but I'll just buy that from the market once it drops in price a bit, which hopefully it does. So yeah, I've gone back to battling on my 2 alt characters. So my first one, I'm sat at Crystal Caverns. I was sat at Eldoria for ages, but I've decided that I want more experience. So I think Eldoria is slightly more gold per hour, but it's very close. So yeah, I've come back to here just to gain a lot more experience. And then on my other character, I'm still sat at Whispering Woods. Not really gaining much XP, but just making a steady flow of gold. These first 4 zones, maybe 5, Skyreach Peak is pretty good as well. These first 5 zones are pretty decent gold per hour. I mean, once you get to Skyreach Peak, you start using quite a lot of food, but the other 4, very low food usage. Assuming that you've got semi-decent stats and semi-decent gear. So these are the first 4 places that you really want to farm if you care about gold. Obviously, if you care about experience, then you've got the higher tier zones, or you can do enemy scaling. Mike recently changed the loot drop chance for, like, the base drop chance for all of the mobs. So we're getting 25% more loot now. So it was a 0.25 base drop chance, whereas now it's 0.3. So 20% increase, which is kind of nice. Obviously, that's made a lot of the items in the market drop in value. But we need more. We need more materials in the game, because at the moment the alchemy situation is really bad. So yeah, hopefully we get more sort of base loot chance increases in the future, or more ways to gain materials. Oh, another thing that Mike added recently, which is really fucking nice, is pet loot. So you can now, when you send your I'll show you now actually. When you send your pets off to battle, as well as getting experience, you also get loot back as well now, which is incredible. This is an awesome update. Mike had to nerf it straight away pretty much, because it was bringing in way too much loot. If you had 10 pets, obviously you need level 100 pet mastery for that, but if you had 10 pets going on some of the zones, you could make almost 20k gold per hour with obviously little to no food costs. It was actually incredibly strong. So Mike's toned that way back down, which is good. So now you pretty much cover the costs of your food when you bring back loot, and occasionally you'll get one of those slightly higher tier items that sells for more on the market. So there's a small bit of profit to be made in Pet Mastery now. So that's a really, really nice addition. And again, that's going to help out the alchemy situation a little bit more, just by bringing more materials into the game, which is definitely needed. Yeah, I think that'll do for this video. I've been rambling for quite a while already. I'll probably get another video up at some point this week, and then that might be it for the Christmas period, because I'm going away. We've got all of the family to see and stuff, and obviously my girlfriend's pregnant, so we're expecting in February. So life's going to be getting very busy now, but I'll try and get one more video out before Christmas, and then it'll probably be the new year when you guys see me next. So yeah, good luck doing the Yule Master event, guys, and see you soon.